Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. I'm Jamar McKeel.
I'm James Gerald.
And y'all just got served with J&J Sports. Happy New Year.
Shout out to J&J. So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
Watching content like what y'all put up. So yeah, let's rock and roll, brothers.
Speaking of like the behavioral issues that y'all have brought up, there was actually one notable incident this last year. I think it happened like late October or maybe November, and CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens were both benched for the entire first offensive series for the Cowboys, and they were questioned about it. And CeeDee Lamb was saying like he didn't want to reveal, what goes on behind like team doors. And Pickens was saying like, oh, well, they were going run heavy instead. But it turns out like the rumored reason is that CeeDee Lamb and Pickens were both seen in a casino, and Lamb was seen throwing up in a trash can. And this was the morning before their Monday night football game against the Raiders.
But wait a minute, the two players, they didn't get into an altercation, right?
No, they were just out hanging out, and CeeDee Lamb was just seen being sick in a trash can, and like that was notable. And they were saying it was just a curfew issue, really.
Yeah. Oh, it happens all the time at that level. It just depends on who gets caught. During my time of sports agency, like whenever the visiting team coming from out of town, there's security guards right by the elevator, and there's security guards right by the stairway. Because let me tell you, groupies will find out which hotel you in. Oh, they gonna come. They gonna try. Yeah. If they try to come through the window on a 15th floor, they gonna try. So they have to have securities, and normally they'll just rent out the entire floor at a hotel. So that way you're not coming on this floor, because got to think about it. A lot of these dudes are 21, 22, and 23 years old. Their hormones are still going crazy. And we have a big game on Sunday, so a lot of times most teams get in on Saturday. But you have to protect your asset, because if there wasn't no security guard, the thing that you just said, man, there'd be a lot of guys not showing up for a game because either, some might just not be smart enough to be like, look, let me go home at a reasonable time, or let me not drink this much because we have a big game tomorrow. But not everybody's that disciplined, especially when you're 21 or 22 years old. And I remember a while ago, matter of fact, I think it was with the Houston Rockets. You remember, what's the guard? That was with Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady. Steve Frank.
Yeah.
You remember he was late for a game because he was still partying at the Super Bowl in California, and they made him sit out the next game.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I mean, it happens, man. Some guys are disciplined, and then, this is where it comes in to have someone that's on your team that is more like that mentor. Hey, man, look, coach might not be here to tell you this, man, but you my teammate. We need you. Let's go home. And that's why I talked about Kyrie Irving or like Udonis Haslem. You need that veteran locker room presence to be the eyes for the coach when he can't see everything. It's important.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree about that. I thought it was entertaining to hear about. I wasn't like concerned really for the team or anything. And what I really liked was the chemistry and the instant friendship between Lamb and Pickens. I thought that was really cool to see.
Oh, yeah. Another prime example, you remember doing the bubble?
Yeah.
You remember what they call them, Lou chicken wings or something like that? I don't know how true that was, but they said he went to Atlanta, he went to a strip club, and somebody took a picture of him getting some wings because everybody was vaccine, whatever, in that bubble. You couldn't leave, and they were saying he couldn't play in the game or something like that. But you just hear these stories. But for whatever reason, he was unable to play.
Yeah, bubble was crazy. Yeah.
We're in the last 2 minutes. Is there anything that you wanted to shout out or talk about? Anything that we missed?
No, I mean, I feel like we touched on everything. Definitely from the NIL to where the league is heading when there's so much money and gambling involved and things like that. I know they talk about putting an NBA team in Vegas. That's just going to open up a can of more worms.
Yeah,
How it's going to happen.
absolutely.
I'm not even a gambler, and I think when I went to Vegas, I walk into one of them rooms where they got like all these betting things on there. To me, it looked like foreign language to me, and I'm just like, people be like, "Oh well, you get this under par, you get this here," and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to learn it
Yeah,
because I always say, people say, "Oh, I make money, I make this." I'm sorry, but that industry is not made to lose money.
Yeah.
Some people be like, "Oh, I won $3,000." Well, how much did you lose? Well, I spent 5,000, but I made 3. Okay. Well, technically, you lost.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get rich. Every blue moon somebody get rich, but that's to make the other million people feel like, oh, I'm going to try, and then that's a million people that tried that just lost millions of dollars themselves. So I mean, but hey, for each his own. I'm just not the gambler. I don't like to lose money.
What's the name of your podcast?
My podcast?
Yes.
I have 3 actually. Mine is called Just Ask Rico, where I talk a little bit about everything. I talk about sports as well, relationship. I do a lot of more more motivational than anything. And then myself, along with my fiance, we have one called Right or Wrong, and we talk about relationships. And then now I have one with a pastor. It's called Grace and Grit.
Hey, it's James Jerwitz from J&J Sports. Make sure you check out our episodes that are now on Spotify, and shout out to Barracks.
J&J Sports.
Keeping it slick in 2026.